Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saver. Thanks for stopping by for some more baseball action. This is game number 12 of the 1957 Brooklyn Dodger replay. They're 8-3 going into this game. They're facing Chicago. Don Drysdale is on the mound. And we're going to see how I got a new setup going. We're going to see how that works today. Okay? Let's check around out. Here we go. In case anybody has never watched replay baseball before, the red and the white means I'm going to go to this column 6. Okay, and then I'm going to go down to the 3, which is a 2. Then I'm going to go over here to column 6 and go to the 6, which is a 7. So that's going to add up to a 9, which is going to be a base hit to start the game off, right off the bat. Get her going. Chicago got beat in their last game against the... Okay, Fondy lines one in there. Comes a Bob Speak Up. Okay, 3, 2, 6, 49 on the 3 chart. 49 on the 3 chart. We gotta go. This is a line drive towards right field versus a left-handed pitcher. A leaping catch by the second baseman with 2 outs. Roll one die against the second baseman's die higher. The runner on second is double off. We don't have anybody on second. So it's just going to be a big line drive, leaping catch by the second baseman. 1 out. Jim Gilliam got up in the air for that one. Zerdy Banks. Six, 5, 31. 33 on the 6 chart. I don't think that's very good. 33 on the 6 chart, and that's a pop out to second. Gilliam earning his money here. And Walt Morin. And that one was a foul ball. Off the table, re-roll. Off the board, I mean, re-roll. We got a 1, 2 is a 1, and then we got 1, 2 is a 2, and then the 3 is a 1. That's a 4. 3 struck him out. So they go down on the mound today for the Cubs is Don Kaiser. This is something new for me. This here, whenever it ends up in here, it's going to end up being on column 4 if it's a 6-1 or a 6-2. This is the first time I've run into one of these. Here we go. Jim Gilliam leading off for the Dodgers here, bottom of the first. 3-3. Okay, so now we got that there. We're going to go to this chart here. We're going to roll on it. It's a 1. So it's a 3. So the number now has become a 3. And then a 5. So it's 8 on the 1 chart, or 8 on the 3 chart. 8 on the 3 chart. And we got a single center. Gilliam says there, the first leadoff guy gets on, I can do it too. Okay, here comes Gino Simoli. 5, 3, 6, and 2 is 8. The runner on first or the bases loaded on an 8 on the 5 chart. No, just the bases full, so he draws the walk. Runners on first and second for the Duke. This is an awful powerful team lineup. The Duke's off to a really good start too. 4, 5. That's an 11, and we're going to place it on their second baseman. So what we do is we go to their second baseman, who is Casey Wise. We're going to put an 11 on there. So that's a 14 on the 4, which means it's a possible error. So we're going to roll against Casey Wise's error rating. Okay, 21, and it is above the 11, as you can see here. I'm just showing you a few times here. It's above the 11, and it says if the red and white is not higher, the batter's out at first. If the roll is higher, the batter is first, and we got an error on the second baseman. E4. Okay, here comes Carl Ferrillo. Snyder on. We got the bases loaded with nobody outs. Well, here we go. Oh, and it's a 6-3, 16, 4, 17 on 17 on the 6 chart. I think that is an out. That's a fly. This is a sac fly. If any runner on third scores, this is going to be a sac fly. We're going to go. It's going to be the left. F7 R3. I think that's work. I'm still learning this. Did I hit that R right? Yeah, it looks like I did. Well, we got one in on the sac fly by Ferrillo. If I did it right, there we go. And here comes Gil Hodges. Wow, 6-3. It's 36 on him, and 3 is 39. I believe that is a strikeout. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Kaiser right there. Charlie Neal. Oh, I got it back mixed up here somehow. Oh, it is Campanella. Never mind, it is Campanella. And here we go with 2 outs. Looking to get some more. Boy, I got the 6s going here. 5, 36, and 4 is 1 is 37. Struck him out. So Kaiser gets tough after load. He gets off cheap after loading the bases with nobody out. They only get 1 run. Okay, Drysdale back on the mound. Top of the second, Gene Baker. 4, 6 is a 2. And the third baseman. And that's the Dodger third baseman, who is Charlie Neal, so that's going to be a good one. So you go to third baseman, we're going to add 3. And they're playing back. Let's make sure they are playing back. That is going to be an out, 5-3. Jim Bolger. Playing center field. 3-1. There we got that. We're hitting that number all the time now, so we're going to roll 1. I'm going to take these out so they don't bounce. 3-1. Oh, we got a 6. So it's 62. Okay. 62 on the 3 plus the 4. That's 7. So that's that's 65 on the 3 chart. Okay, 65 on the 3 chart. And that is a line drive single into center. Runners advance 2 bases, nobody on. Cal Neiman. 3, 3, 6, 10 on the 3 chart. 10 on the 3 chart is a base hit to right, and the runners advance 1 base. There's a way I could say base hit to right, but I don't keep that kind of a stat, so I just get it done. Okay, Casey Wise is coming up. They got the first 2 runners on. And Drysdale here with nobody else at the top of the second. 4-4, that's 17. They're going to be looking at the second baseman. And that's Gilliam. 17, so that's not going to be a real good. 17 on top of him makes it a 19. And let's see what we got for a 19. Oh, that's a ground out at first. Whoa. So they are going to get him, but the runners are going to advance 1 base. Okay, so we're going to go this way. From ground out 4-3. Those runners should be advancing. Okay, 2 outs and the pitcher with a chance to help himself. Kaiser. 2-1. That's 50. Well, 51 on the 2. 51 on the 2. Oh, no, that's not going to be very good. That's a little dribbler out to the mound. Drysdale picks it up and fires it over to first for the 3rd out. Okay, Kaiser back out there. Don Zimmer, the shortstop. The plate here, bottom of the 2nd. 5-5. That's a 4. And a 4 and a 5 is a 3, so that's a 7. And there's nobody on base, so that's going to be a walk. 6, 7, and 8. If they have certain things on runners on, you count it as 2 balls. Here's Charlie Neal. He's getting guys on it, just can't get them in. 1, 3 is 10, and 1 is, that's 14 on the 1 chart. 14 on the 1 chart, and is a base hit up the middle. Runners advance 1 base. Runners with a speed of 4 or 5, 2 bases. Let's see. Let's check Zimmer's speed. He's a 3, 1 base. Coach holds him up. But here they go again, getting the guys on with nobody out. Pitcher Drysdale to help himself. Look at this. 6-5, 36. And 3 is a 39. That's going to be a strikeout. Jim Gilliam. Three, 2, 11. 16 on the 3. Whoa, and there is a triple in the left center, and both of these runs are going to score. Wow. Gilliam got a hold of that one. Smoley coming up with 1 out, 2 more runs in. 5-1 is 4. That's a 7. That's going to be a walk because it's not. In order for it not to be a walk on that chart for a 7, it has to be with the bases loaded. So they got another runner on. 1st and 3rd now, but 1 out for the Duke. Dodgers looking to run away with this one early. 4, 5. That's an 11 on their shortstop. And their shortstop is Ernie Banks. Look at the Banks, 11 on the shortstop. That's a 14. This is they would be playing halfway because they want to try to do the double play, and it's a possible error. Let's keep Banks' card out there, and we'll re-roll. 65. That's going to be above his, so that is going to be an error on the shortstop. The runners are going to advance 1, another run in. Comes Ferrillo. They're trying to chase Kaiser early from this game. Ferrillo, 5, 4, so 1. It's a 3 on the 5 chart. Let's see what we got going here on the 3 on the 5 chart. They're halfway. Okay, they've got a fielder's choice. And the other answers advance 1. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go ground out 4, 6. Hodges will be coming up with runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. 6, 5, 36, and 1. It's not. It's going to be ended up over here on the 4 chart. Okay, so it's going to be 4. First of all, we're going to be doing 36. It's going to be applied against the second baseman. Okay, so that's going to be another one. This is the new one that I was talking about that I haven't played before. Okay, his Y is the second base. It's going to be, they got 36 on top of that, and that's on the 5. Okay, and he's got a 3, so that's 39 on the 5 chart. 39 on the 5, and he is hit by pitch. Wow. Don't remember what that one is here. Let's see if that's right. I think that looks like it's going to right. I just gets hit. Going to start a fight here. Okay, bases loaded for Campanella now. With 2 outs. They already hit 3 runs in this inning. Look out. 6 threes is 16. And 3 is a 19. That's going to be a long fly out to right. Get him out of there again. Don Kaiser having some problems. Okay, Drysdale back out of there, top of the 3rd. DeFondi at the top of the order. Okay, we got 6-4. 6-4 is 57. I almost looked at the wrong card. Now we got Drysdale with that, so it's going to be on the second base. So we got 6-4 is 57 against their first baseman, against Hodges. Where is Hodges? Okay, so that's turned into 58 on the 4. Did that other one wrong. Doing something wrong here too. Timeout. Okay, got it straighten out now. I was reading it wrong before in that last one. So that turns into a 4. So that's going to be a 4. So that's going to be 11 on the first baseman. So now we're going to look at Hodges' card, the first baseman. That turns that into a 12. Okay, and they're playing back 12. Possible error. Okay, I think this is going to be a good one though. His 40, see the white, red, and white's 11, so that is lower, so that is going to be an out. Takes it unassisted. Okay, Bob, speak. 3-1. There's, boy, I'm hitting out these shaded numbers a lot today. Here's the 3. Remember, it's a 2 this time. And so it's a 3. So that's a 3. And 2 is 5 on the 3 chart. That should be an out. That is a short fly out the left. Okay. Ernie Banks. 4-2 is a 1. I'm going to be on the first baseman. That's going to be another out to the first baseman. That'll be 3. Okay, so Kaiser back out there in the 3rd. He's already left 4 runs in. Don Zimmer leading off. What's going to happen? I didn't put the right thing in there. G3. Okay, here comes Zimmer. 4-1, 17. And we're going to be putting it on their first baseman this time, who is DeFondi. So that's going to be 19. I think that is going to be out. They're playing back, and that is 19, and it's a grounder. It's an out for them. Okay, Charlie Neal. I gotta watch because he can only go 22. Go up to 27 if he doesn't let anybody on base. Okay, 4, 4, or 5, 4. We got a 3, and that's a 7, and there's nobody out there, so Charlie Neal's drawing the walk. Okay. They're going to let Drysdale swing. They got a 4-run lead. They're feeling comfortable. It's time. They thought about letting bunting them, but they're going to see what happens here. 3, 6. That's 19. 23 on the 3. 23, and there's a fly out to center. Two down, top of the order for the third time. Gilliam. Gilliam is, what is he for today? 2 for 2. Here we go. Triple his last time. 5, 5 is 20. 24 and the 5. I don't think that's very good. That's a base on balls. And then we're going to check the M chart. I'll show you that. If anybody hasn't seen it before, I'll show you that in a second. Okay, this is an action chart there. We're going to be checking this M chart here. So I'm going to throw all three. I'm going to add the red and white together. And it's a 3. So it's going to POE. All right, so we're going to go down here to POE, and it says possible error on a pickoff attempt. Roll against the pitcher's error rating. Okay, pitcher's error rating is 33. 56. If the roll is higher, all runners advance 1 base on a pitcher's throwing error. Wow. And we're going to do a timeout so I can figure this one out. They had overthrew an error on an attempted pickoff. Runners are on second and third now. With Somoli at the plate. And nobody, or 2 outs. See if we can get out of this jam too. Oh, we got a 2, 2 is an 11, and 5 is 16 on the 2. That's not good. 16 on the 2. Okay, there's going to be a base hit, and runner on second is going to score. Okay, Kaiser automatically now has to go see if we can get him out of the inning and use his B numbers because he's given up 6 runs. Okay, and so we're going to use the B numbers. We'll get him out if he doesn't get Snyder out. 6, 4, and that's against the righty, so that's an 11. Look out. That's a 12. Anything but a 1 is going to be a home run. And it is gone. Snyder puts it in the seats. Total blowout in 3 innings, folks. Don Kaiser is done. Got to get some relief in here. Okay, Bob Rush is on the mound. He can go 14 relievers with that rating there. Furillo's up. There's still 2 outs. They've scored 4 more of this. It's 8-0, folks. 8-0. 4, 3 is 11. Shortstop. I always forget who these are. That's Banks. 11. That's a 14, so we're going to have another possible error. 56, and it is an error. Banks again. Wow, they just cannot get out of these innings. Here comes Gil Hodges. 6-4. And it's against the righty, so that's 16. That's not good. 18 is going to be that's a fly out the left, and that finally gets him out of the inning. Okay, 8-0. We're going into the top of the fourth. Drysdale feeling really good now. We don't have to watch him for a while. Okay, here's Walt Moran. 57, 59 on the 3, 59 on the 3. Possible rare play or use another one, so we got to roll this one here. It's even. It's going to be a rare play book. Oh no, it's not. We're going to be using the other there. He's going to trying to throw this guy out. His speed is a 2. We're going to be throwing against his defense, which is 1. Yeah, if it's higher, it should be against his defense is 2, so we got to be higher than 2. And he did, and Drysdale throws him out. Gene Baker. 6-5, 31. And we're going over here, so we're making this a 4-5, which is 4. And their second baseman, that should be an out. Casey Wise. Oh no, it's Gilliam. That's a 6. They're playing back. He is out of there. Okay, and Jim Bolger coming to the plate with 2 outs. 3, 6, 42, 46 on the 3. We're getting a lot of big numbers right now. 46 on the 3. This is a line drive towards left field. It's a right-hander versus the right-handed pitcher. That is a leaping catch by the shortstop, Don Zimmer, for the 3rd out. Okay. Bottom of the 4th. See if we can start getting these guys out of here, he says. Campanella. 1, 1, 1, and 5 is 3. Struck him out. Don Zimmer. 4, 6. That's a 1. And their shortstop. Unless he's a bad shortstop, there's going to be an out. It's Ernie Banks. Yeah, it's going to be an out. Yes, it is. Ground short. Ground out the short. And Charlie Neal. 2, 1 is 3, and 1 is 38. So that's 41 on a 2. 41 on a 2, and we got another ground ball out towards Banks there. It's short. Picks it up, fires it over. That's 3. They got the Dodgers out. 1, 2, 3 that inning. Here we go. Bottom of the 5th, or top of the 5th. Drysdale on the mound. Cal Neiman. 4, 5 is 5. On second baseman Gilliam. 5, that's a 7 playing back. That's a ground out. Okay. Casey Wise. 3, 2 is 2. 5 on the 3 chart. 5 on the 3 chart, and it's a fly out, short fly out the left. Okay. We've got Bob Rush coming to the plate. Of course, he's going to bat. They're trying to get some inning outs out of him. Okay, so Bob Rush with 2 outs. 3 1s 4. 6 on the 3 chart, and that's going to be another little short fly out the center. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th. Rush faced 5. It's got a ways to go if they need to get some innings out of them, hopefully. 1, 2. Let me get the hitter up there first. Let's get the hitter up. It's Drysdale. 1, 2 is 2. And 5 is 4. Struck him out. Anything 6 or under on those channels 1 and 2 are outs. Strikeouts. Gilliam. 1, 6 is 5, and 5 is 3. So we got an 8 on the 1 chart, and I think that's an out. It is. It's a pop out the 3rd. And Samoli. Timeout. Okay, Samoli fouls that one off. 3, 2 is 2. 5 on the 3 chart, and they're going to get these guys out of here again. Another short fly out the left. Rush doing his job. The batters are not. Okay, we're going to the top of the 6th now. Drysdale. DeFondi. 1, 5 is 2, and 1 struck him out. Bob Speak. 3, 2 is 11. 13 on the 3, and that should be a base hit, and that is a base. Oh no, it's a line out to the shortstop. Thought it was going through. But he snared it. There's Ernie Banks. 2, 3, 16. 17 on the 2. 17 on the 2 with the bases empty is a strikeout. Drysdale's dealing again. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Rush back out there. Snyder. So let's end this Rush's run here. 6-6 against the righties, an 11, and 2 is 13, and Snyder just put it in the seats. I think that's his 2nd home run of the game. It is Snyder dealing. Carl Perillo. Rush feeling bad. He was feeling pretty good going up the length this appearance. 3, 4, 57, 61 on the 3. 61, this is that. Find out if it's a rare play chart or it is not. It's the one above. This is the pitcher. We got a 2-speed. We're going to roll against it. Let me check. And he is out of there. Rush picks it up, fires it over there. Gil Hodges. One out here. 2, 4, and it's a 60 with the 3 and 6, 64 with the 3 and a 64 and a 2 chart. And what do we got going here on 2 chart? Everything we got to drive towards the gap in the outfield, and it's going to into right field. Check their right fielder. So this is Walt Morin. Okay. And it says, if the outfielder's defensive rating is higher than the Rays number, Morin has a 4, that is a 3. He has made a fine running catch. F9. That's 2. Campanella. Boy, he's face 11. He's going to come out at the next inning. Oh, it's another one off the table. Okay, no, can't be fouled that one off. Let's see what he does this time. 5, 5 is 20. 22 and a 5. And that's a base on balls. And then we're going to check the M chart again. Okay. This is 7. We're checking if it's a wild pitch. Okay. The Blue Jays higher than the wild pitch rating. All advancers advance 1. His wild pitch rating is 3. It is higher. Everybody's going to advance on the wild pitch. Yeah, Zimmer's at the plate anyway. All right, here we go. 2 outs. Trying to get out of this. This is his 13th batter face. 4, 1 and 17. And the first baseman. That is not good. Well, it might be. It might be. Let's that's DeFondi. 17 makes it a 19. That is going to be an out. Because they're playing back. And there's out. 17, yep, he's out at first. So just a ground ball down to first. He picks it up, takes it himself. That's going to be all for Rush. You're not going to see him when they come back out again. Okay, top of the 7th. Drysdale's 29. How many batters does he face? He's only faced 21, but he's pitching a shutout, so there's the stipulations on that too. Okay, well, and I'll double check myself on that. Walt Morin. 4, 2's 11. And the shortstop. Zimmer. That's 14 is going to be a possible error. Playing back 14 is possible error. 12. It is not higher, so he is going to be out of there. Out at first, Zimmer makes backhands and it makes the play. Bobbles it, but makes the play. Over. Gene Baker. 1, 3 is 4, and 3 is 1. That's a 5. Struck him out. And here's Bulger. See that color change box around, but tries to start getting towards the end for him there. 1, 6 is 45. 46 on the 1 chart. 46 on the 1 chart. And that is a strikeout. That's 3. Hey, Turk Lowen's on the mound, and he can have 7 because he's getting this. He gets a bonus of 3 because he's coming in the 9th inning or earlier. So he can have 7 before he's got to use the B's. Okay, here we go, Charlie Neal. This is the bottom of the 7th, folks. And another long foul ball. I got to do something about this. Okay. Charlie Neal. 2, 3 is 1. And 5 is 4. Struck him out. Make sure that's a strikeout. Let's go double check. There's something I haven't run into yet, and it's this big W. Upon checking the rules on that, it says he's excessively wild, but because of the numbers, he got the strikeout, so that's all I'm going to give for him. Okay, that was Charlie Neal with the strikeout, and here is Don Drysdale to the plate. We are still in the bottom of the 7th. Don't go down there and hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Help the channel grow. Put some comments. You guys replay baseball? How about Digital Diamond? Let me know what you guys think, or what's your favorite baseball game? What do you guys like the most? Okay, 5, 2, 32, 37 on the 5 chart. That should be an out. He struck him out. Gilliam. 4, 1, 30, no, 16 on the shortstop, Bernie Banks. Playing back. 16, this will be a 19, that's going to be an out. 6-3. All right, so Turclone does his job that inning. Here's Drysdale, top of the 8th, folks. He has faced 24 batters, still hasn't faced his minimum, but he's still got this up. After this inning, I'll check the rule on that. 4-4 is a 4 on the shortstop, Don Zimmer. That's a 7. That's going to turn that. No, that's an out. Anything up to 11 in there. So let's ground out the short. Wise. Next 36 in. Oh, it's going over here to the other one, so we're going 4-5. 4-5 is a 1. And the first baseman, that's going to be an out. This first baseman ground out. 6-3. Okay, and Rush is not going to be batting. They're going to bring up a pinch hitter. Timeout. Turk. Top of the 8th, 2 outs. Wishnick, the pinch hitter. Winseniak. 5-1 is 27. 31 on the 5 chart. That could be an out, and that's a fly out to center. And we're going to have a new pitcher up here for the bottom of the 8th. Okay, here's Dick Drought. Up. He can only face 5 before he's got to go in. So let's hoping that he can get them all out of there. 5-3 is a 6. And 5 is an 11 on the 5 chart. And that is a hit by pitch. From Snyder. He's already hit 2 bombs this game. 5, 2, 27, 32 on the 5. 32 on the 5. And that is a fly out the left. The game's over. I'll show you the highlights and stuff like that. Okay, Carol Ferrillo. 4-4. That's an 11 on their first baseman. That's Fondy. 11 and 2 is 13. That will be a possible error. 24, it is higher. That is going to be an error. So we got an error in the first baseman. And Hodges is coming up. 1 out, 2 on. We'll score some more runs, I say. The fans are chanting. 5-4. 1. 5 on the 5 chart. And they're playing halfway. It's out as forced fielder's choice. Maybe not. Yeah, halfway to fielder's, because they were looking for double play. It's going to be a fielder's choice at second. And here comes Campanella. What has Campy done so far today? Campy is 0 for 3. 1 walked. 2-2 is 11. That's 12 on a 2 chart. 12 on a 2 chart, and he slammed one into left field. With 2 outs, a runner on second scores. Nope. So they're just going 1 base. Put another run in. Every pitcher give it up runs. Here comes Don Zimmer. I'll turn the Drought. Get this guy out. This is Drought's. He's already face 5. That's his limit. So now he's got to use his B. Okay. 5-3 is 3 and 1. That's 4. Then 1. 5-3 is 1. They're on the 4 chart. And I don't understand what that F means there. So we're just going to put it there. It's going to be an out to shortstop. Round out 6-3. I'll have to look that up. All right. They're out of there. Top of the 9th. Drysdale looking for a complete game shutout. D. Fondy at the plate. Let's see. Let's get something. Let's get a little bit of pride back here. They've only had 3 hits. 6-6 is a 4. No, 6-6 is a 7. And 5 is, that's a 10. That's going to be a base hit. Single in the center. Okay. That was 27 batters. Bob Speak. Well, that was 28. This is the 29th. Then I'll read the rule. Okay, we got 5-2, 27. 29 on the 5 chart, 29 on the 5 chart, and that is a fly out to center. Okay, normally because he's only let up 1 to 4 runs, he could go until he let up another hit or faced 8 more batters. But he's pitching a shutout. It's a little bit different. I'm going to check it and I'll read it to you. Okay, once he reaches his limit, which he did, he can continue until he allows a run or faces 8 more batters, which is up there. Okay, so here we go. Bob Speak, 2 outs. Says, let's try to get this one over right here. 3, 6, 47, 51 on the 3. 51 on the 3. We got a line drive towards right field versus a right-hander. And that's a base hit. They're going to keep it going. They want to score badly. Here comes Ernie Banks. He's the man that can do it. He's got the power. He hit 43 dingers that year. Uh-oh, 6-3. Uh-oh, 31. And 4 is 2. So 33 on the 6 chart. And that is just got under it and popped it out to the second baseman. And that's going to be the ball game. Drysdale with a complete game shutout. Nice. All right, and I'll show you a few things here. Okay. Oh, no, they're not out yet. That's only 2 outs. Sorry. Let's continue playing. Baker's up. Baker. There we go. 6-2 against the righty is a 6. And 3 is, that's going to be an 8. Are they going to keep it going with that 8? That's a single to left. The runner on second may try to score. He's not going to try, may try. They're going to try to get some more runs. Make it look good. Okay. Bolger. 2 outs. Drysdale having a tough time getting his last one out. He wants to shut out so bad. 4-2 is a 1. And the 1 on the first baseman, that's Hodges. That's going to be a ground out the short. That's the first. And he's getting out of it. And that's it. Final. 10-0. Wow. What a clobbering. Huh? Let me show you a few things here. We go over here. We're going to get rid of this here. Then again, we'll go to the box score in this game. First thing they showed, they give you they were at Roosevelt Stadium. I didn't even notice that on the card, so I should have probably checked that. An offensive show today is Brooklyn held the game. With that victory, Brooklyn is now 9-3. But now you can get the newspaper one. Okay, like the old newspaper ones. Okay, 6-hitter for Drysdale. Finally hit 2. And then we got, look at all these hits. Well, they only had 7 hits. That's crazy. But Snyder was 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs, 2 home runs. That's his 4th and 5th of the season. Gilliam with 2 RBIs, Simoli with 2 RBIs, Snyder with 3, Ferrillo had 1, his 16th. Wow. Campanella. So down there we go down here. Kaiser's now 0-1 on the game in the season. Drysdale is now 1-0. 1.12 on the ERA. Okay. So that's it. There's a lot of good stuff that in Digital Diamond helps you keep your stats, saves you a lot of time at the end. So this is SoCal Saber saying thank you for stopping by. Take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.